We begin with breaking news. The search is still on tonight for the suspects involved in the shooting of Baltimore City Sergeant Isaac Carrington. City police now say 2 people arrested earlier today are not connected to the case. Well, WJZ is live with team coverage tonight. We begin with investigator Mike Helgren at Shock Trauma and more on how police ruled them out. Mike?
And Denise, it took more than 9 hours, but police put out a simple 2-sentence statement saying that the men who fled from them in a similar car had nothing to do with the attack on the sergeant. Right now, police are still searching for the masked gunman who ambushed Baltimore City Police Sergeant Isaac Carrington in an apparent attempted robbery while Carrington was off duty.
Apparently it matches the description of the shooting of the sergeant in the Northeast yesterday.
Earlier Friday, an officer thought he spotted the blue Acura used as the getaway vehicle in the shooting. Police swarmed a wooded area off Annapolis Road in Lansdowne and arrested 2 men who bailed from the car. Police now confirmed to WJZ those 2 men and that Acura are not in any way connected to the shooting of Sergeant Carrington.
As a member of the community, how important is it to you that they catch whoever did this to the sergeant yesterday?
I think it's very important that they find him. Very, very important.
Carrington remains at Shock Trauma at this hour. His terrifying ordeal began as he was standing in his front yard in Northeast Baltimore talking to a neighbor Thursday afternoon. An Acura drove down his block and a masked gunman jumped out, demanded his property, and when Carrington ran, the man shot him several times. Police have not provided any comments on camera since the commissioner vowed to get justice at a press conference 4 hours after the shooting.
Putting it all together to make sure we find who did this and hold them accountable, so that they can pay and justice can be served, and we will prosecute them and make sure that they're prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
There's a $19,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest in the case. Police tell us they are regrouping and going over videos and eyewitness accounts as they try to catch the gunman. And police put out a bulletin this evening over the radio urging officers to be on the lookout for that dark blue Acura, we believe a TL sedan. Now, Sergeant Carrington underwent a surgery here earlier today at Shock Trauma. He was stable after that surgery. He got a visit from the police union leadership, and he is surrounded by his loved ones. Live at Shock Trauma, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Thank you, Mike. And our team coverage continues now with Max McGee. He is live in Sergeant Carrington's Northeast neighborhood and speaks to the man who ran to comfort the sergeant moments after he was shot. Max?
Yes, Denise, tonight that man tells me the look in Sergeant Carrington's eyes were that of desperation and hurt. It's something he says he'll never forget. As the police helicopters and crime scene tape disappear in this quiet Northeast Baltimore neighborhood, the story of what happened the day before is still what everybody is talking about. Baltimore Police Sergeant Isaac Carrington shot multiple times after a robbery attempt in his own neighborhood.
They say we are growing. Yes, we are growing as a city, but as we grow, crime grows. And it's not mediocre crimes, it's horrible crimes.
Michael Bunch Sr., Sergeant Carrington's neighbor, he tells WJZ he was in his basement when he heard the gunshots and ran outside to Carrington laying on the ground.
Came over to him, and surprisingly, for someone that was in the condition that he was in, he kept all of us calm, you know, because me, I would have zapped out.
He says he'll never forget the look in Carrington's eyes when he fought for his life.
Hurt, desperation. And it was like he was fighting for his family. He was fighting to come home.
Garland Fields has known Carrington for 15 years, says his character is unmatched.
And he's so friendly and he speaks to everybody. And he's just an all-around good guy.
Once comfortable to let his grandson play outside on his own, Bunch Sr. says those days ended Thursday afternoon.
We've been here almost 30 years, and I guarantee you, I've never heard of a fist fight. May God hold y'all, keep you tight, and may all the prayers and blessings that's going out come down to your family.
And neighbors tell WJZ Carrington has 3 children. The other victim involved in the robbery lives across from Carrington, and neighbors tell WJZ they've heard that man broke his ankle running away from the suspects. Live in Northeast Baltimore, I'm Max McGee for WJZ.